Right, so my next job is to take the test track up, which is what I'm going to do because I've screwed it down with my little screws with a flange on the end. And then what I'm planning to do is have a look at this slope going up, because what I've done, I've got a little flat piece that goes here before it rises up again. Now, I thought at the time, I thought, yeah, not sure, because there are some that sort of struggled over this little hump, and I've got enough room just to flatten that whole lot out down here. I've got enough room. Oop, find out for the copy decks. And that's what I intend to do. John at Piccadilly said to me that might help if you just flatten that out. And, you know, to be fair, I thought that myself once the trains were running, but that was the whole point of having the test track. So also what I want to do is, I just think this is a little steep at the back here. So this segment underneath will come out. I'm going to drop that down and just let that gently rise, because there's more than enough room to let that gently rise up here. So that's what I'm going to do with that. But my first job is obviously taking the track up, because that will be relayed, and hopefully I can get really cracking on that soon. I've been waiting on a couple of bits and pieces that I couldn't get hold of locally, like some screws that I need to screw the blocks in underneath, because I don't really want to glue them in. It's something that I've done on my last iteration and it worked very well. Gluing the blocks in does tend to, if you need to move them, it sort of tears obviously at the baseboard. So that's where we're at with that. Right, okay, so we're working away at the upper level. As you can see, I've got my little brackets that are holding in each section firmly. I've put the cork road bed on the top there. These sections are stuck down right round to here, and this morning I've just got a crack on doing these. These tops are screwed in back here. They're screwed into the block beneath them, so that sorts out a lot of wobbly issues. And that's as far as I've got. So that's the next one to do. There's loads more to do. It's a little bit slow progress up to there, so there's not too bad. Hopefully I can get that done by lunchtime. And then I've got this section to do as well. I'm just going to glue that together, that lot, and this I can just screw as I have been. So yeah, good progress being made. Hopefully I've got a full day out here today, as long as I don't get any phone calls, and that should help me along quite nicely. So I can only really glue sort of, I don't know, 5 or 6 feet of cork down at a time, because that's all I've got in terms of stuff to weigh it all down. So but yeah, we'll get in there, and good progress being made, so happy days. Okay, so the whole back run now is finished, as you can see, and all the tops have been screwed on right up to the back there, to the wooden scenics risers, and right down to the front. It's only the back section I've done today, and as you can see, I've got the cork gluing down on the top of those just there, of that section anyway, and obviously the cork is all cut out, it just needs gluing, and I'm just kind of restricted, I guess, in some ways, unless I can find other stuff to hold it all down. But that's where I'm going to leave it for today, and I'll get back to you in the next segment, and that'll probably be when that has got all cork on it and this section has been done as well. So yeah, it's getting on for dinner time now, so evening dinner time. So I'll have to go in, otherwise Mrs. Exehaven will start getting cross. Okay, so I'll see you in a bit. Right, okay, so this year for Christmas I got a nice little stash of cash, and I decided to buy myself a few little bargains. Now, I was thinking about buying the new warship out, which I rather liked, but that's going to have to come later in the year, because I bought myself a Class 24, as you'll see here, and it was a bit of a bargain. It was on sale for less than £100. I think it was something like £95, and there was an extra 5% off in the January sale. So I think that was from AGR Models, and I think it was the last one they had left. So I had that. So that was a loco for around about £100, including the chip. I've got a Rouse of Sheffield chip, which I rather like those. They're not overly expensive, and they're pretty good. Following behind the Class 24, you'll see, and I'm on the tripod now and it's still very stiff, this is, maybe I should undo that a little bit. Oh yeah, that's better. You'll see 4 bolster wagons. Now these were on a deal at the Rouse of Sheffield. I went to get the Era 4 ones actually, and I couldn't get them because they'd sold out, so I got the Great Western ones, which fits in with the theme anyway, and I really like them as a model. And as you'll see on the last one here, if I get my finger in there, where are you? There. Yeah, this one here, they all come with some girders as well, which I thought was a great thing, and they'll come in handy for lots of different loads that will get transported down to the harbour in the end. And moving on a little bit further, the last 3 wagons are the Dad's Army's wagons from Buggles Kelly Station. We've got the Jack Jones the Butcher, Hodges the greengrocer, and the Warmington On-Sea Gasworks. I think that's I'm not sure, 7-plank truck, I don't know. Anyway, I rather like them, and I've been after them, and of course I had enough money to be able to do them. They weren't on sale. They were the only thing that weren't on sale, but having said that, I wanted them. And the final thing, if I pan you round, just there, let's get you right in the middle. That's the, is it the, what's it called? Oh, Seacraft, isn't it? Seacraft, the Bachmann Seacraft Engage South Coast signal box. And I felt that fitted in rather well. I hadn't seen this model before. I had a few quid left, and Rouse of Sheffield do really good prices on the Seacraft stuff, and I thought, well, why not? And it had been reduced. I think it was reduced by about 40%, something like that. I can't remember what I actually paid for it now, because it was some weeks ago, a couple of weeks ago, and I had enough money to cover that as well. I love those models, and I intend to have a few scattered around the layout here and there. They're very detailed, and they really look the part. And I think this type of signal box come into being in the mid to late 50s, and I thought they fitted in rather well with the theme. So that's where we're at with that. Now then, I guess you might want to see this running, so I have got it all set up now. So I've probably got it facing the wrong way, but no, there she goes. All the wagons following on. Let's see if I can do that as smoothly as I can. Let's keep up with the loco. Now, at the moment, I have only got a small piece of track working. So, as we pass, you'll see I've got a rolling road there. The engine will go on there and get properly run in soon. So it crosses over the bridge and up through there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring that back. And they all run rather well. I'm really pleased with that little set. The Class 24, I intend to sort of basically use it as a station pilot at the harbour station, and also for some goods, because they took over the Condor service from the Class 28s, I believe, in the end. And It will also do some duties round the dock. Sorry, I've lost it. I was trying to turn it off before it comes to the end of the track. So yes, so there we go. So they're my Christmas purchases as such, with my Christmas cash. So thanks to all my family for providing the Christmas cash. I really like what I bought, and it was nice to get some bargains, and I do like getting bargains. And I think we all do, because the cost of this hobby is quite prohibitive at times. But anyway, there we go. And I'll leave you with that, and I'll be back momentarily. We're just showing you some updates on the track bed. Right, okay, so here we are. So today I've been basically gluing down some caulk on this the part that I fixed down yesterday with all my little brackets, which is mainly the back raised bed. So they're all down and pretty solid now. I've got to do a bit more gluing of caulk right round to the back there, up to there. After that, I'll be sticking down the Woodland Scenics. You'll just see that in the distance there, the Woodland Scenics risers. They'll be glued down into position. And something else that I've been doing this morning, I intended to start getting all of the brackets on these pieces on the nearer raised track bed. But what I ended up doing, and talk about, you know, this iteration of Exehaven after I'd done the last one was meant to be making it simple for myself. I decided to ease that curve at the back there. I wasn't quite happy. There was a little kink in the track which looked quite good, but it actually made the curve really quite tight. So what I've done this morning is I've just cut out a little bit more wood, made that curve a little bit easier. And the other thing that I decided to do, because I had this little girder bridge that I made up as a kit, and don't ask me who it is now, I can't remember who makes them, mainly online. No, can't remember who it was. I know Glyn, the guy's name was Glyn. I think he helped with the company and they made the kits. But anyway, it's just a nice girded bridge, and I wanted, there's going to be a road from what will be up that other end there, up the top end is Budley Regis, and I wanted a road out of Budley Regis and out so that it flowed, eventually will go round to the docks and into Exehaven itself. And I just thought that might be a good time to be doing that. So that has kind of taken me with gluing the caulk down on the back raised road bed and easing the curve and adding the bridge in. That's taken me all morning, and it's now lunchtime. So I think that's going to be my lot for today, although it's a bonus day because I'm meant to be playing golf, but I've hurt my shoulder. I think it's an age thing. I got out of bed awkwardly yesterday, and I think that's where it went. And it's okay, there's nothing really wrong with it, but it was a bit too annoying to play golf with. So I thought, right, okay, well, I'll treat myself to another day in the cabin, and hopefully I'm going to get another one tomorrow. I might come back out here later this afternoon and glue some more caulk down, and I may actually start putting some of those brackets on. We'll see how we go after my lunch. Just lately I've been watching Bargain Hunt and missing the auction at the end because I keep falling asleep for an hour or so. But there we go, probably another sign of age, but I'm calling it the Mediterranean lifestyle. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for all your support. We've got a fair few more subscribers. Quite a good viewing figures for last time, and you know, as usual, thanks for all your support. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, subscribe. It's free, it doesn't cost you anything. You won't have to give your bank details or anything like that, just to follow my progress, really. I'm really back into it now, really enjoying it, and I'll catch up with you all in the next episode. Cheers everyone.